Welcome back to the Changemaking Insight series. In today's session, we will delve into the question of how we can benefit from the change-making power of all young people. Continuing our exploration with Mr. Ali, founder of Yes Network Pakistan, an esteemed Ashoka Fellow and a distinguished service scholar with over 25 years of experience in activating young people as changemakers, Mr. Ali has developed a unique and effective approach to turning young people into changemakers. We are thrilled to have Mr. Ali share his invaluable insights and expertise on this vital topic.
Very much, Anna. It is a very valuable question. Uh, the central challenge of our time is to activate young people as change makers. Once we are able to activate young people as change makers, we can really resolve many of our social, economic, environmental challenges. And we can really speed up the process of development. Having a youth population is a blessing only if we are able to benefit from their change making power and natural attributes. Our youth population is like a double edged sword. If they're not trusted and engaged in driving change in the society, what happens? We can turn this demographic opportunity or dividend into a demographic disaster. And this is exactly what is happening in countries like Pakistan, where we have completely failed to unlock the change making power of millions of young people. You see, being young is great only if you're contributing, if you're not seen as a burden, as a liability. And remember, young people will not remain young forever. We have this window of opportunity for a very short period of time. When you are young, every day is expensive. When you spend one day, you have one less day as a young person. And when you look at the society today, a large number of young people today are busy in knowledge repetition, skill repetition, and performing low value activities. This is the best time of their lives. They can have a huge impact, they can have a maximum impact. But unfortunately, we as a society have failed to provide them a space to discover and use their change making power for their personal benefit and the benefit of the society. You see, youthfulness has become a major reason to exclude young people from participation in any productive activities. You watch young people here most, they say you don't have to do this because you are too young. So remember, societal ownership should not be seen as an exclusive club for adults. Every young person needs to be part of it. I think it's $1 million question how we can benefit from the change making power of every young person. When you take a look at many countries, you will see that most of the countries are taking an individualistic approach. This individualistic approach is not helping them to benefit from the change making power of millions of young people because they're only trying to meet the needs of selected few. They are not trying to leverage the change making power of millions of young people. You see, governments are basically trying to meet the needs of very small portion of young people who are facing challenges in the field of education, skill development, or employment, or even who are facing behavioral challenges. So at the end of the day, I think it is very important that we create space for every young person to discover and harness their change making power. In my opinion, there are two major ways to benefit from the change making power or natural attributes of every young person. The first is to adopt a systematic approach. It means that we have to take a system based approach where we need to use the ready made infrastructure available in the shape of educational institutions, technical institutions, religious institutions, even non-government institutions, social networks, to inspire and engage young people as change makers. Because these institutions can provide us an access to millions of young people in the shortest period of time. And if we integrate the concept of change making into the culture and the curriculum of these institutions, what happens? We can engage so many young people to drive change in the societies, to produce something valuable for the society. And this can really benefit not only young people, but society and education institutions. And unfortunately, what is happening that society and educational institutions, it seems to me, have taken the responsibility only to educate young people. They think it is not their responsibility to help young people discover and use their change making power. They think they need to see discover their change making power by themselves. And I personally feel that the school years should not be about building academic competence. It should be also building change making muscle, because when you are in school, you have an opportunity to use physical, intellectual, social resources uh, to drive change in the society. And I believe that by simply integrating the concept of change making and taking this system based approach, we can engage so many young people and benefit from the change making power of so many young people in the shortest period of time. And we have demonstrated this again and again through our model, not only in Pakistan, now in many other countries, that all young people have strengths. All young people are born with this incredible change making power. They only need a trust based environment and opportunity. And if you take a look at our model, we have engaged 22,000 young people from diverse backgrounds, and the results are phenomenal. 92% were able to create social and economic impact. And many of these young people have never ever, uh, before participating in the program, produced anything to benefit the society. And once they're given a chance, they were able to come up with great ideas, great products, and great services. It shows that because of the limiting beliefs of the society, we are unable to benefit from the change making power of millions of young people. And I personally feel that change making should be seen as the major criteria to assess the performance of students, and most importantly, to assess the performance of educational institutions. The second way we can really benefit from the change making power of young people is through redefining success. If you take a look at how we define success in our society for young people, you see, we define success in terms of their ability to perform well in academics, in terms of their ability to stay away from problems, in terms of their ability to make less mistakes, or in terms of their ability to speak a foreign language. So we have cut ourselves from so many young people who have great potential to give back to the society by using this criteria. And when you look at this criteria, you see that many young people meet this criteria, but they are unable to find success or attract success in life. So we have to move beyond this criteria. In my opinion, there should be a new definition of success, and this definition, I define it in one word, is change making. Because change making is the best way to assess the potential of young people. It is the best way to approach your career. It is the best way to predict the career of young people. And it is the best way to transform young people from service seekers to service providers, from victims to change makers, and from consumers to producers. And I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to see redefine success in terms of change making, not in terms of only academic success, because I personally feel we have moved away from the world of knowledge repetition to a world of change making. And in this new world, it does not matter how much you know. What matters the most is what do you do with what you know. And I personally think the time has come when we should also change our conversation with young people. Instead of asking them all the time, what would you like to become in future? We need to ask, what problems would you like to solve? How would you like to add value in the society? When you ask these questions, what happens to encourage young people to take ownership of the society, to go out, identify opportunities, and build solutions of the problems faced by the society? And you see, the problem with the present definition of success is that it focuses only on what do you know. It doesn't say anything about what do you do with what you know. So, in my personal opinion, I feel that there is a need for every education institution to redefine success. Every education institution needs to develop a change-making report card of every student, so that they can also note down how they have impacted the society, how they have changed the lives of so many people. And I also feel that when you call someone a graduate, it should not only mean that this person knows a lot of stats and facts, or this person has a command over the subject. It should also mean that this person has done something for the society, that this person had changed some lives, and this person represents a solution, not only presents a degree, a piece of paper. So in the end, I would say, uh, you see, we have a record youth population in the world. If you take a look at the global median age, half of the world population is below 30. So I think this is the time for us to move away from prevention and preparation approaches to change making approach, because this approach can really help us help the society to meet its many goals. And I think it's our moral responsibility to provide at least one change making opportunity to every young person. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So, as we conclude today's session, it is evident that harnessing the change making power of all young people is essential for driving positive societal transformation. Mr. Ali's insights have shed light on the importance of providing opportunities for youth to become active participants in shaping their communities and the world at large. Let us heed his wisdom and continue to create inclusive spaces where every young person can thrive as a changemaker. Thank you, Mr. Ali, for your invaluable contributions. And to our audience, let's embark on this journey of empowerment and collective impact together.